Hmm. Well, I don't have a clue what I did to my finger, but it's hurting. Like, it's swollen and hurting, which is not normally a good sign for anything at all. Um, I know I didn't hurt it at work because it was hurting before I went in today, so... Oh, today. No, sorry. Last night. I worked another overnight. I'm tired. Yeah, but I work again tonight. Another overnight tonight. Yeah. And then I get the day off, and then I gotta work, like, what is it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think then Tuesday. It's like I get one day off, and then I gotta keep working. They're all like early shifts, and I was like, catch them on your sleep while you can. No, 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 no. Okay, whatever. You can tell I'm wound up right now, and I didn't even have coffee. Last video I had coffee, and I wasn't this wound up. But maybe it was because yesterday, or not last night, the night before, whatever, it's screwing with me, I don't know. But that night actually went better, even though it was my first overnight. So, go figure. But anyway, what is we going to talk about today? Well, I didn't have a clue until I just came down here and turned on the camera. Because I was trying to figure out, I want to talk about something because I'm wound up after coming home from the overnight shift. It's like, well, I mean, what am I going to do? Come home and just go right to sleep? No. I'm not like that when I get home from work. I mean, I gotta, I mean, I normally take like an hour or two to wind down. So, and it's not even like I have a bad job. It's just stuff. I mean, learning management stuff there is difficult. Um, it's stuff, it drives me nuts. But anyway, so, well, we could talk about knives, like Strider. I can't make, that sounds awful because people are upstairs sleeping again. I do this at like, what is the time again? 6:08. Last time it was 6:04, I think. Somewhere like that. But, yeah, people are asleep. Because pretty much what I did, I got off at 5, so I came home, took a shower, and then came right down here. Yeah, it takes me like an hour to shower. Well, no, I didn't get in the shower right away, so. But anyway, yeah, so we could talk about knives. It was Strider, or I got Strider versus Sebenza, like everybody's like, oh, which one should I get? And I would have my Hinder down here, but the only problem is it's in my Pelican case upstairs, and if I open it up and then go to close it again, it's going to wake everybody up in the house, and there's going to be 4 angry people. And I don't want that, because I'm tired, and I can't fight them all off. I don't have enough knives to do that. I had a discussion the other day with a lady I work with, and you know, she knows I like knives, and she was like, oh, you know, I'm your friend, so you don't stab me. And I'm like, my knives aren't weapons or tools. I mean, this is, I mean, it is a tool. I mean, I remember hearing somewhere that Striders, when you get one, you just want to beat the hell out of it, and I do, but I'm not gonna, because, you know, $400, no, son, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna beat $400 to death. It's just not gonna happen. Now that's what $20 knives are for. You know, $400, especially like $700 for my Hinder. No, no. Even though they're hard to use knives and they could handle it, I ain't gonna do it. You know, it's just I spent that much money on it. I am not gonna beat the living daylights out of it. I like to have the knives that I know I could, if the need arisen by any other name would still be butchering Shakespeare, but or not rosewood, the snake wood on here. See, a knife like this, the Spenza I got, you probably can't see that too well because my lighting's awful, but I actually got a Damascus model because I figured if I'm going to get a Sebenza, I might as well just go all the way because I hated the look of Sebenzas, but I decided just to get one. It's like, might as well, I got to. I mean, I had a Strider, I bought my Strider, then my Hinder, and then the Sebenza, and I figured might as well just to finish it off. And I actually like the Sebenzas pretty, you know, they're a lot better than I thought they'd be. Not saying I thought they were going to be awful, but I will tell you, probably if I did choose one brand out of Hinder, Strider, or Chris Reeve, I'm saying Chris Reeve, not Sebenza, because people get that mixed up all the time. If I had to choose one brand that I personally would like, Chris Reeve is more dressy kind of knives. They're more elegant. Excuse me. And I'm more in the tactical kind of knives I like, at least right now. I mean, not saying I don't like Chris Reeve knives, you know, but I'd either have to go with Strider or Hinder, and between the two, I'd probably have to go with Strider, maybe. I mean, but Hinder's put together a lot better, but Striders seem like they'd be more of a hard use knife, because Hinders seem like they might be just a little too much precision, and it's almost like, you know, the AK-47, you know, there's a lot of play in it. I mean, I'm not saying the Hinder is like an AK-47, I'm saying the Strider, I guess, to be more like an AK-47, because if you compare a Strider to a Hinder, at least mine, the Strider's fit and finish isn't as good as a Hinder. Just my take. The Hinder feels better, but the Strider feels like it would be a good hard use knife. And I wish I had the guts to really use it, but you know. And plus, this is probably one of my most played with knives because I've flipped this open so many times. I actually want to get another Strider. I mean, not just another Strider, like other Striders, because you know I like them so much. What's it? Knife Art? I think I got my Sebenza from Knife Art. Really quick shipping, you know, perfect place to buy anything from. I mean, they don't have a ton of like production knife brands, more of like the higher end knives, but still, if that's what you're looking for. But they got, I think they're exclusive Arctic Gray Striders. Those look pretty cool. I like to get one, you know, that isn't all like, this is the Tanto Tiger Stripe, then get the flame anodizing. Can't see that too well on the camera, so I don't expect you to though. Anyway, we got off on track, off on knives. What I'm going to talk about, and the knives are probably more interesting than this, because, quite frankly, nobody really gives a bleep and bleep about what I'm going to say, so I don't care. You know, just buzz off. But that is my taste in music. Now, that's kind of complicated because I've never really had to explain my taste in music before. People have asked me what I like, and I'm pretty much like, you know, because I tend to like a bit of everything. Now, I like a bit of everything, but I don't like a certain, like everything from a certain category. And I guess what I mean by that is, let's say, you know, if like let's use rock as a category, because I like rock. I mean, but I don't know all the subgenres and stuff, so don't butcher me on this, okay? But let's say, you know, you choose rock. Well, I don't like every single rock song. I won't listen to it just because it's rock, or you know, like death metal or black metal. I don't like heavy metal stuff like that. What am I trying to say here? Like, I don't listen to something just because of it's a certain genre of music. Genre, yeah. And I don't listen to certain songs because it's from a certain band, or it, you know, just because it's, you know, from a certain singer, and it's like, oh, well, I listen to everything they got. Well, you know, if you make a bad song, I ain't gonna listen to it. I'm gonna boycott the living daylights out of you then. Now, one company that does it right, let me grab this here, is Less Friction. I'm still waiting for them to come out with their next album. Please, Less Friction, just come out with your other album, and I will be a happy camper, and then you'll have to come up with another one to make me even happier after that, and we'll just keep going on and on, but I don't care, just keep coming out with stuff. Because Less Friction, their songs are unique, but they're consistent, and I like bands that are fairly consistent with their music. But I like the bands that are consistent, but with unique kind of music. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, almost like, let's see, just another band I really like, and I happen to have 3 of their CDs just sitting right here. That would be Within Temptation. I got, this is Heart of Everything, Hydra, Mother Earth, and I got, what's the other one? The Silent Force, up on top of my desk somewhere. I got too much junk up there. And you should see I got like PSP games, and I got music, then I got a second stack of music behind it. I mean, the stack of music is like that tall. I got a stack of books like that tall, and then I got movies. Okay, what do we got here with movies? These are all the movies I had sitting up there. Here, World War Z, I've already watched that. I actually kind of like the Transformers trilogy. I don't care what anybody says about it. I mean, I've only watched the first movie because all the other ones are shrink wrapped. But, it's the only one shrink wrapped. Not that you're even seeing anything by what I'm doing. But, I actually didn't think it was as bad as everybody said. I mean, I only watched it once. Maybe watching it again, I'd be like, oh, this is really awful. But, and 2 more things. I got Sucker Punch. Don't ask me why. I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but I kind of like the whole premise and idea behind it. You know, I'm weird with stuff like that. And I got the double pack of V for Vendetta and Watchmen. I'm actually reading through Watchmen second or third time, one of those. And I want to read through that and then see the movie and see if they differ. I mean, I know it'll differ. but I want to see how much they differ. You know, it'll be interesting. Oh, and then down here, what do we got? Let's move all my knives. My triplet DS, triple double O, triple. All right, and down here, let's start. Well, I got me Black Lagoon, which is actually a pretty fun series. If you just want no nonsense, like violence and stuff, Black Lagoon's perfect for that. Then we got Blaster Rider, which is actually really good. I'm gonna watch that one the second time. The Super Amazing Value, whatever edition from Funimation. Okay, it's for the. Okay, Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. I can't remember if it's for a Phantom or for the Phantom. But I haven't watched this yet. But kind of looked interesting. I don't really know much about the series, but I do got Trigun coming. Trigun or Trigun? I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but primarily because I saw one clip of whatever his name is. There's some guy in there. If you watch a series, which I haven't, but I'm going to speak like as I have, but if you watch a series and you know anything about it, then you'll obviously know this part that I'm talking about, right, is when he punctures someone's tire. I mean, I don't know what show it's from or anything, but I saw that clip on a video I had, and I thought it was hilarious, so I was like, I'm buying the series. You know, I don't care anything else about it, just that one clip sold me on it. And then the other series that we got here, which is, if they would have dubbed this, it would probably be my favorite anime and favorite like entertainment piece of all time, and I say that it would probably maybe rank over Zero Mission as an entertainment piece, like, you know, video game, movie, book, you know, that's considering that as entertainment pieces, you know. This may rank over Zero Mission, maybe, I mean, just slightly, and if it was dubbed, and that is Pandora Hearts. Now, I don't know if this is a real copy of it. I got it off eBay. It's supposed to be like the Malaysia copy or something, the Malaysia official or whatever. It might be, but you know, I'm no expert. I could have bought the one from the official, the U.S. company that sells it, but it was going to cost like $60, and I think I bought this for like, I don't know, under 20 or something. And since there is no dub of it, which is unfortunate because it really could use a dub, I figured, well, I'll get it, see if the subtitles are okay. If this one's kind of wonky, then I'll spend the $60 and get the other, you know, the official copy. And I still might get the official one just because the last show of this one, the dub is kind of wonky. I don't know what they did to it. I mean, I already kind of knew the series. I mean, I knew about Pandora Hearts for a long time. Actually, my favorite song is from Pandora Hearts, and that's Bloody Rabbit. I can listen to that thing all day. Every time I listen, if I turn that song on, I gotta listen to the whole thing through. It's pretty much one of those songs. I don't know what it is about it. It's perfect. All the music, Yuki Kadra, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I mean, she composes music beautifully. And I can really recognize her work whenever I hear, you know, if I hear a song, it's like, oh, that's from Yuki Kadra. And I used to, you know, be into listening to her stuff a lot more, but that was kind of before I got a job and started buying myself CDs. So unfortunately, I can't buy too many of her CDs. I don't have any of her CDs, if she even got CDs. But maybe someday I'll try to collect some of those. But anyway, where are we going with this? Oh yeah, so my music choices. I mean, they're kind of odd, but band-wise, I like Whippin' Temptation. Well, Les Friction would be number one, Pride, and you know, Whippin' Temptation I like because their stuff seems pretty consistent over their albums, and I mean, it does change and vary, but I'm not like, oh, you know, I like them just because it's, you know, I like the one album, then I'll like all the rest of it. No, some of their, you know, their albums are pretty good. Hydra, which is their most recent one, that one's really good. Sound Force, I like that one because the songs seem a little more not dumbed down. I mean, they're still like rockish, action-packed, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it, but they don't seem too crazy. It's a little more calm and subtle. The Unforgiven. That one. That's probably, I don't know, Hydra and The Unforgiven would probably be tied on Whippin' Temptation albums. Which one would be my favorite? I don't know which one out of those would be my favorite. Both of them. Let's say both. Let's see, what else is there? So we got Whippin' Temptation. Oh yeah, Evanescence. Evanescence is one of those bands that I heard Bring Me to Life a long time ago, like I'm talking a long time ago, and it's been one of those songs that's just stuck with me. And then I found a couple of other songs I like, Going Under, Sweet Sacrifice, um, all those. I really like those songs from them, and but they're one that I don't like everything that they produce, but I like specific songs from them. I'm sure everybody's kind of like that, but I'm one that is pretty picky with music. What else have we got hanging around up there? Nightwish is kind of a, I don't know how to put it. They make some songs that they strike me the right way, and it's like, wow, I love this song. But then there's a lot of them that I can't stand to listen to, and I find bands like that. I mean, I still like the songs, the ones that I like from them, but when if a band's like that, it almost depresses me, because it's like, well, you got this really good song, one song from the album I really like, but then the rest, they're almost, man, it's like, well, couldn't you take this one song and take that whole thing and just put a beautiful album? I mean, maybe there's something I'm missing with the way bands do music and stuff. I mean, Less Friction did it, but then again, Less Friction is an exception. They're an anomaly. They're a shooting star from some random place in the middle of nowhere that came down to Earth as a CD, if that makes sense. I don't know how long this video is. Let's check the time. 6:22. I've been talking on for a while now. Let's see, what else can I talk about with that? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, another sort of genre of music that I like is Newgrounds. I'm just going to group it all into one big pile, because Newgrounds is good. That's a good place for finding music. My favorite artists from Newgrounds would be F777, Dimrain 47, DJ BJRA, I think that's his name. Solely because of Military Storm. Who else is there? I'm trying to think. I keep finding stuff from Newgrounds that, Newgrounds stuff I can listen to because it's more electronic-y, and, that's kind of more my style of music. But that and kind of, I guess, rock, electronic and rock, I guess, or, let's see, or semi-dubstep, Glitch Mob. I see that's one thing where I don't know, I haven't really got anything else from the Glitch Mob, but, this album's good. What else is there? What else should I talk about? Oh yeah, another one I almost forgot about. Globalists. They're almost, would be ranking second place to almost being Less Friction. I think Globalists was, they were out before Less Friction, but, they're kind of the same, it seems like, in their themes and, the way their music sounds and stuff. Oh, right. Trailer music. Trailer music's fun to listen to because you really don't have to think too much, because there's not really any lyrics. I remember reading a post on a YouTube video. Was it a YouTube video? Oh yeah, and the guy was talking about something like, oh, I don't really listen, to the meaning of the lyrics. I just listen to, the beat or whatever it was. And I'm like, okay, but I mean, that's okay. You don't have to. Every time you listen to a song, if I'm playing Call of Duty 4, yes, I play Call of Duty 4 still, because I tried playing Modern Warfare 2 again, and I got hacked a second time, which really ticked me off. So I'm like, I'm done with Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4 is where it's at for me. Call of Duty 4 is fun. I still have fun with it. But, oh yeah, so, if I'm playing Call of Duty 4, I'm not going to be dissecting a song while I'm playing the game, obviously, but I like to know the meaning, or at least, go through reading the lyrics one time when I listen to the song, kind of pick apart, see what it's saying, try then to take that, and I like to songs. Excuse me. Shouldn't have ate at work today. Fast food, not good for you. Right. What I try to do is I'll listen to a song, and then I'll take and almost apply that to a short story in my head. It doesn't have to be anything too complicated. Just take it and apply it to a story or situation, and it's just kind of so I can almost try to find a meaning to it and give it a meaning, so that in my head that it has a meaning. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but anyway. So that's kind of a little slight insight into my taste in music. I know we didn't get really in depth with stuff. No music clips or anything, unfortunately, because copyrighted stuff. But and plus, I paid for the music, so I don't want you to get it for free. You know, support these artists. You know, I do. That's fun now. It's like I got a job. I'm supporting artists. You know, why pirate? I mean, sure. I mean, I could pirate everything, but it's like, yeah, but support them. I mean, it's like they're. I mean, it's like I can't sing. They can. So I should pay them for, you know, their talent. It's like, you know, you're not gonna. It's like, why do you pay a doctor? Well, because he can operate on you. Why don't you pay the um, the butcher the same salary? Or why don't you pay him to operate on you? Well, because he can't operate on you. You know, it's like some people can sing, so they should get the money for singing, or producing music or whatever. You know, whatever it is. You know, an artist. You know, you shouldn't steal their art. And that's one thing too. Like with rap, let's say, you know, people are like, oh, they're not, you know, rap artists aren't artists. Well, I'm personally not a fan of rap. I'm not saying I haven't heard some rap that's been okay, but I mean, for the most part, I don't really like it. But however, I don't think that rap artists are completely useless and just, you know, like they don't put any work into their art. Because I was looking up, I was actually going to do something funny, you know, with FRTex, and I was going to make some little rap with it, and then I started looking up, you know, like how to make raps and stuff, and it was like, there's too much stuff, I'm not even going to try, because raps is too involved. I mean, it seems like it wouldn't be, because it seems so simple, but anyway, I'm going to go try to get some sleep, because I got overnight again tonight, and then I get a day off. Oh, what have you. I gotta take care of my finger. Bye bye. I'll be like Luigi. Bye bye. You know, from Superstar Saga.